On the edge of the North York Moors lies the picturesque town of Kirby Moorside, home to auctioneer Angus Ashworth.
150 it is, good quality stuff, Yorkshire stuff, that's what we like.
With the help of his team and his family,
Goodness, can't even lift it.
Angus has been running his auction house for more than a decade. When he's not on his rostrum, he's clearing cluttered homes.
Goodness, has all this come out of that cupboard?
Finding unwanted items to go under his gavel.
Love this. It's funky, isn't it?
It is absolutely ghastly.
It's little things like that that just make my job enjoyable.
Using his expert knowledge, he uncovers hidden gems.
This is really nice.
There's a bit of Yorkshire wherever you go in the world. Yorkshire!
And discovers valuable heirlooms.
Bit dusty, not the best day to wear a white shirt maybe.
Back at the sale room, he turns these forgotten treasures
£2,200.
into incredible windfalls of cash. It's a new day in Kirby Moorside and the beginning of a busy week at the auction house.
Morning, Jeremy.
Morning, Angus, you all right?
Yeah, I'm good, cheers, thanks.
Good.
Morning, Mark.
Morning, Angus.
Yeah, all right, you want a tea?
Oh, no one, thanks.
All right.
As ever, the whole team are mucking in to get ready for the next sales.
There's always auctions to catalogue and set up for. There's different things coming in, there's calls, items to go look at, goods coming in through the doors, off the vans.
Today, Angus and his clearance team, Pete and Andy, are making an early start to find items to sell. And this morning, there's a house to clear of items collected over generations.
You all went to the toilet?
Yeah.
Right, it's going to be late at this rate, Peter.
Don't call me Peter.
Right.
We go in there, let's go.
Today's clearance is just 29 miles away in the North Yorkshire seaside town of Filey.
It's a reasonable sized job. They're a nice couple.
Good.
But they're moving up to Scotland. We'll see what's to go. I think it's quite a big downsize, so there'll be a fair bit.
In Filey, Margaret and David need help with their big clear out.
Let me show you what I've been doing. Lots and lots and lots of things. My goodness me.
Right, you lads can hang fire for a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
See you in a bit.
See you.
Don't run off.
We won't.
Hello.
Yes.
You all right?
Pleased to meet
And
you.
you? Oh, we get a cuddle as well. There we go.
Lovely. Oh, it's lovely. This is David.
David, how are you doing? You all right? I suppose we best go have a look.
Yes,
look around the
go on
house
then.
and see what we can do for you.
This is the dining room, Angus.
Okay.
Oh, but look, we've started actually downsizing, but this is only a start.
Well, this is great. I love seeing all this.
But there's a lot of things to go.
I know it can be quite a daunting
It
process.
is very
so much,
daunting,
But
yeah.
for me, I mean, this is what we do every day.
Yes,
So we're
I
here
know.
to help you in any way we
It's
can.
marvellous, really,
And
because
it
it's
is.
just what we need.
So we're probably going to fill the van today, aren't we?
I've been with David about 29 plus years, and David at this house before for quite some time. It's a lovely house, and we've been very happy here, but it's big, and it's absolutely full of clutter.
This stuff that's got to be got rid of.
But I think age comes into it quite a lot.
Just before New Year's Eve, I was admitted to Castle Hill Hospital in Hull after suffering a heart attack.
Because of David having a heart attack. It gives you a big shock. Very frightening, but certainly it encouraged us to get on with moving. Getting older, you don't know what's round the corner. We're moving up to a little fishing village in the northeast of Scotland called Portsoy. We've this little cottage, 2 bedrooms, 2 little rooms, and it's ample.
The proceeds that are raised will go some way to renovating the property. We needed a push to get it done, and we've had that push.
There's some nice little bits I can see
Yes.
already. Is there another room you want to show me as well?
Yes.
Yeah.
Upstairs, David has a few sentimental items to show to Angus.
Ah, are these your childhood toys?
Well, they are, yes.
It's really nice, and actually, model railway is still very popular. Duchess of Atholl, locomotive and tender, that's probably about sort of 60 to 80 pounds. Some of these you must have got new as a child, did you?
I would do. I would get them in the 1940s.
Yeah, so we've dated you now, haven't we?
At the time, I remember playing on the counters and things on the, you know, with the toys, because you get a lot more run on a polished surface.
They've actually become really collectible. I mean, that's sort of, you know, 40 to 60, 50
Yes.
to 80 pounds. There's another 40, 50 there. And there's quite a few in there, so it's going to
Yes.
tot up. There's going to be, you know, quite a few £100 worth. The great thing is somebody else is going to have some cherished memories out.
Someone will. I hope they have as much pleasure from them that I did.
There's some absolutely great bits. Quite a bit of work to do, so I think really we should get the lads in,
Yep.
if you're happy.
Yep.
We'll start getting cleared out. I'll have a route round and see what else we can find.
That's great. Thank you.
It's time for Angus to bring in the boys. They're here to pack and load, freeing him up to rummage for more hidden gems.
Right, lads, we're good to go. There's quite a lot of smalls, so you need some boxes.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything to look out for?
Yeah, well, obviously, if you find anything really nice, then give us a shout.
Okay.
All right.
Everything Angus takes away will go under his gavel at auction. Items of local interest are always popular at the sale room and can make surprising amounts of cash.
This is really nice. This is a great thing. It's a cardboard box, but it is actually an old sausage box. Great shop box. Ernest Ostler's Yorkshire sausages. Well, we know I like Yorkshireness. And there we go. Lovely, great display piece. Do you know what? This might surprise people because it's just a cardboard box. I can see that doing 40 to 60 at auction. I've already got a couple of buyers in mind.
While Angus searches for things to sell, Pete and Andy need to get packing.
Right, I just want to see what you want taken out of that cabinet so we can...
That can go as well, Catherine.
Yeah, that's fine. I've got a particular order, I want things in the van.
Okay, yes, you will, you'll know.
Right, so I've got a box here for you, love. You can put them in there for now, so you're
Yes.
not gonna... These are the stuff that you want to
Okay,
keep. Yeah.
okay, thank you. I'll
It's
do that,
easier, isn't
yeah,
it?
I'll start.
So these are to go.
Yes, just my photos.
That you want to keep. Right.
Not everything will be cleared. David and Margaret are keeping some personal things, and other items they need to clear out won't sell at auction and might be recycled or donated to charity.
You never know when you come to a house clearance how much saleable there's going to be and how much, unfortunately, will have to be skipped. And I hate that part of the job because I'm a Yorkshireman. We don't like waste.
Angus makes it his mission to find every last hidden treasure to take to auction.
Right, the garage. I mean, garages always look a bit of a nightmare, but actually it's where some of the best finds are found. It's probably going to be more of a clear out in here, but there will be bits that do sell. We've got all this soap from when they had a family shop years ago. It's still in its original packaging. I don't think it's hugely valuable, but I love this carbolic soap. A lot of people will remember this, a lot of people won't. And you buy it in a big bar like that and then you chop it and get a little piece off. It's certainly worth taking in and selling just from a novelty factor. Somebody dressing a chemist or something like that that wants an early bar of soap is really good. Down here we've got, just looks like bits, but actually, if we put them all together, this is a flintlock tinder lighter. That will still sell. People will buy that for parts, bit of a restoration project. Oh, at first glance you think it's just scrap metal, but you know, it's things like that that can really surprise you on auction day. The lads, when they go through this, will have a good rummage round and make sure we're not missing anything.
Back in the dining room, Pete and Andy are still packing and looking out for high-value items.
Good. Angus?
Yeah.
Yeah, how are you getting on?
Yeah, not bad.
Just found that.
MBE. Is there anything else with it? Or?
Yeah, probably.
Oh,
Oh, MBE.
Oh,
An Evelyn
Entwistle.
Entwistle.
MBE. 1st of October 1968.
David inherited this MBE, which was awarded to a relative for services to nursing.
How much do you think that would go for then?
Well, you have two types. You've got civilian, and then military, so it depends what they're for. Military ones tend to fetch a bit more because they're related to a certain thing. What's nice is that we've got all the history with it. It's the paperwork that sort of makes it quite nice. That's really nice. Brilliant, well done, lads. You're doing all right today, aren't you?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, great. To find an MBE with all the paperwork just sat in the dining room's absolutely fantastic. Lovely bit of history. There'll be a lot of interest in that. It's not the sort of thing you find in most houses. Not many people get MBEs. I mean, there's a few, but they're not that common. So, I mean, that was a real fantastic find. Right, there's a bag of clips there and stair rods.
Right.
Once Angus is satisfied that he's found everything that's saleable, he needs to tell Pete and Andy what is to be loaded onto the van to go back to the auction house.
That. And then upstairs it's
Them
toys
toys.
on the bed and on the floor.
Yeah.
And
Are you getting that?
yeah, I'll get this.
Oh.
Do my bit. There we go.
Yeah, Bit's been the operative.
You can't imagine the amount of things. It's a shock to the system.
It is.
A big-
There's such a lot of stuff to go today.
With some promising discoveries made and other treasures boxed and ready for further research back at the sale room, the van is filling quickly.
It's absolutely chaos, but wonderful to think that we're getting it all done for her.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's wonderful.
But once the lads have finished the clearance, just how much could Angus make for Margaret and David at auction?
It is a privilege to come here and do this job, and we're going to do the very best we can for them.
All very exciting and more exciting things to come.
On the fringe of the scenic North York moors,
Yep, that's fine. Do you know your client number?
the auction house team are hard at work.
It's interesting, isn't it?
That is really nice.
Yeah, it's lovely.
In charge of organising the collectibles and curios for auction is valuer Jeremy.
It is hard work. We've got house clearances coming in all the time. We like to think of ourselves really as a sort of a recycling centre. People bring their things in that they don't want, and we sort them into lots that we think other people will want. Whilst the goods are being sold in one auction, we've got another load coming in.
And the next van load of items coming to the sale room is in Filey, where Angus, Pete and Andy have been clearing Margaret and David's home, ready for their downsize and move to Scotland.
That's us all finished now. The van is absolutely packed, and I can't wait to see what David and Margaret make to their empty house. Okay, so I just thought I'd show you this room because it might make the move more real. You said you wanted an empty house, so...
It's too much.
Oh dear.
Oh, how kind of you. Sorry. Oh, it's enormous.
You could have a party here, couldn't
Oh, shall we?
we? should have a leaving party, shouldn't we?
Get the whiskey out and I'll be fine. Oh, it's wonderful.
It is, isn't it?
Oh, it's wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you. Gosh, all our rubbish.
Does it feel really real now? That's okay.
And thank everybody. Oh,
That's all right.
I got quite emotional. I couldn't believe it.
It was a shock.
A big shock.
A big shock to me.
Yeah.
Thank you. I won't cry again.
Oh, yes, you will.
Oh, yes, I will.
Maybe.
Less than an hour's drive later, back in Kirby Moorside, the real work starts. And Angus's mum is here to help with the unload.
I don't know what sort of stuff it is, to be honest, but I know what I'm like for rooting in any box. Back now. Ooh.
The entire team mucks in to get all the items safely loaded into the sale room.
Wonderful. Mark, are you all right to start going through the smalls and sorting them out? This is where we go through things properly. We unpack all the boxes. You always see stuff that you didn't see in the house, which is what this process is all about, really. They might have a few surprises.
But amongst the antiques, they've come back with some unusual lots too, which Angus is keen to show his mum and accounts manager Claire.
Right,
Oh,
and I like your soap.
There you go.
And that's carbolic soap. That's what that'll bring back your childhood memories, Mum, won't it?
It does actually. Yes, used to shave it on a cheese grater when we were young.
A special cheese grater, not one that you actually grate cheese with.
Well, yes, but you washed it, so otherwise your cheese would be bubbly. But yes, yes.
This is what I grew up with.
While the team sort through the newly arrived items, Angus has another rummage through David's vintage toys.
Actually, the thing that I like most is all the toys. They've got some really, really good toys. I mean, you've got the boxed dinkies, which always do really well, especially if they're original boxes. We've got the tin plate clockwork triangle minics, again, quite popular. What always does really well is these trays of vintage toys, all the die-cast vehicles, and there's a good selection in there. And when you get a mix like that, you can get a bit of a bidding war, and they can do really well. So I think some of these lots could fetch over £100.
With over 600 lots in today's auction, Angus is expecting a lively crowd of bidders. Amongst those here to lend a hand on a busy day is his mum.
My son Angus, he's a waistcoat and cap chap, very well put together, especially on sale and auction days. And I like to keep him on his toes, obviously. The tie's a bit wide though, isn't it? Mums and little boys and all that. It used to be turned out smart, and it still has an importance. Well, what have you done to your finger? You look as
I cut my finger.
Oh,
Right, that's your phone. You best go answer it. I'm getting on the roster.
I better go. I don't know what that is.
Margaret and David have arrived just in time. The auction's about to start. Joining them at the sale today are Margaret's daughters, Shirley and Diane.
Excited. Excited for the auction. Very excited.
Great. Right, we get underway then. Lot number one then.
First up is Angus's surprise find.
Sausage box there.
The sausage box.
Sausage box, yeah, look at it. And there's a piggy in it. Look at that. Beautiful cardboard box there. There we go. £20 a bid. Great decorator's piece, isn't it? £20. £20 at 22, 22, 25, 28, 28, 30, 2, 5, 8, 40. 2 is it now? 2, 5, 8 is it now? No, 45 it is. Going to sell then to the internet at £45. Told you.
The things people buy, you know.
Next, it's the 1960s MBE that the lads uncovered in Margaret and David's dining room.
The MBE. They're not named, so you can pretend. 140 for the group, 150, 160, 160 it is, 170, 180, 190. Is it selling then at £190? 190, thank you. There were so many things in the house, the things that the family had in their shop, right through to antique furniture, which under the current market isn't the best of sellers. Victorian chest, it is heavy because I had to lift it over the balcony. That we start at £180 at 180, at 180 it is now, 200, 210, 210, 220, 230, at 320, at 320.
Well done.
Gosh.
Next, it's David's childhood collection of toys.
42, 5, 8, 50, 5, £55 it is then at £55. We're all done for the three of them then at 55, going to sell away at £55. There we go, the Foden tanker, selling at 80. Hornby railway set there we go, at £90. Quickly if you want to be in, 90 on commission, last chance internet. Thank you very much. Those toys, there really is a lot of money in nostalgia if the condition is good. Little mixed lot there, including the boxed tin plate busts. Good little lot. 150, 160 it's at. At £160, we're all done for the toys. Going to sell then at 160. Hey.
I have nothing to play with now.
Look.
Oops.
Sorry, I'm just trying to bump my mother off, get the inheritance. Thank you.
Now, the soap which reminded Angus's mum of days gone by.
I know you've all come for this lot. And all, no, this is, there's more than that. There's boxes and boxes of this, all the old soap. There's like a lifetime supply of soap. At £20, at 20, at £20 it is. 25, £28 it is. At £28 then we're all done selling at 28. Phone takes it at 28, thank you.
Marvellous. Didn't expect half of that, did we?
Part of a large flint lock tinder lighter, and we are off 20, 22, 25, 25, £28. 20.
Lots like the Tinder lighter can attract online bids from specialist collectors.
40, £42 it is. 5, 8, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75 it is. 80, 85, 85 it is, then at 85 gavels up. Thank you very much.
Haven't made it come for anything.
All of Margaret and David's lots have now gone under Angus's gavel.
Do you know what? It went really well today. It's quite buoyant, the crowds, we had a few good results. It was busy, a lot of people on the internet as well. So, you know, the toys we always knew were a good seller. They didn't disappoint, so they did okay. And yeah, there's one or two nice surprises as well.
The auction's over and the sale room have deducted their commission and fees. Excitement is high now, as it's time for Margaret and David to find out how much cash they're taking to Scotland.
As things stands at the moment,
Yes.
you're going to be taking home £1,281.
1,200?
Just short of 1,300, yeah. Yeah.
Really?
Yes. Yeah, that's how it stands at the moment after our bit. So
It's marvellous,
It
isn't
is,
it?
Margaret.
you'll be able to have fish and chips on Farley Seafront now, won't you?
No, the champagne first.
Oh, I'll be round.
Well, we've all had the most wonderful day, haven't we?
Well, thank you very much.
Thank
I'll
you.
see you all soon.
No,
Okay.
thank you very much.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Thank you. See you later.
We didn't really know exactly what to expect, did we?
No, the amount they've raised has definitely exceeded our expectations.
Never. Oh, I'm going to cry again.
No.
No. Oh, darling. It's been great, hasn't it?
Very good. We've,
Stage 2 now? Oh.
yes.
It's a new day.
Really nice, this. Great little find.
At the sale room in Kirby Moorside, Angus is preparing to head out on another house clearance job.
You all ready?
Yeah, always ready. Born ready. Right, lads. Full clearance today, so we're going to need both vans.
They're on their way to a big job, and Angus will really need to be on the lookout for every saleable treasure he can find.
She's going to be starting a new life abroad, and that's not going to be cheap, so whatever we can make for her is going to be a real bonus. I'm really sorry, lads, but we're going to have to cross the border. We're going to cross the Pennines. We're going to see Sandra. She's actually emigrating to Spain.
Wow. It's all right, son.
Play your cards right, Pete, and she might take you with her.
Yeah.
Today's clearance is in the village of Whittle-le-Woods, around 8 miles from Preston.
Right, here we are. I'll pop in and I'll give you a shout when we're ready.
Okay.
Hi, you must be Angus.
I am indeed, yes.
Yes, lovely to meet you.
And you.
Come on in and have a look.
How can I help you?
Well, I'm moving to Spain and I don't want to take any of my furniture with me apart from the chair I'm sat on because I quite like this and it's quite contemporary. I'll only be going to an apartment and so it won't fit, plus the expense of taking it over to Spain.
I mean, a big move to another country.
I think I've always had it in the back of my mind, really, that that's what I'd like to do. But it was something that I probably thought, I'll do it when I retire. But then things change. I got a phone call from my ex-husband to tell me what had happened. Lewis, my son, took his own life. He went missing and nobody knew where he was, and then the police went round to his house. And any child dying is absolutely horrendous, but a child that dies and you can't even say goodbye to them, it's just even worse.
Surrounded by reminders of her son, Sandra wants to clear everything and have a fresh start.
When Lewis was born, we bought a house just round the corner from here. But now Lewis is no longer with me. I find it very hard, and I won't drive past the house because I remember coming home from hospital and he's in my arms and walking through the door with him. And so I can't physically walk past there or drive past there. And that's another reason why I want to move.
It must be incredibly difficult. There's going to be so many triggers because you're always in this area.
Yeah, so it's just going to be a new start going over to Spain. And I know if Lewis was alive, I'd still probably be doing it, but probably later, at a later stage, you know, and he would have been pleased for me, you know. So, yeah, that's it, really.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. So you're literally only keeping that chair.
Yes.
You want us to take everything else.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, we best have a little walk round and just see what there is.
There's not a lot of clutter in Sandra's house, but starting a new life abroad isn't cheap, so Angus needs to find some high-value items for the sale.
So, dining room furniture, that's an extending table. And then you've got the matching cabinet, which has got lots of different china in. I think that they're either Wedgwood or Royal Dalton, I can't remember. That's from China, the...
Puzzle ball.
Yes, is that what they call it?
Yeah.
I wasn't really sure it was called, and I think it's made out of jade.
Possibly that they use soapstone a lot as well, so
right.
it might be a...
Well, there you go then. I mean, imagine selling all this stuff and either putting it on eBay yourself, I don't even have an eBay account, or putting it on Facebook. It would be such a massive thing for me to do. Then you'd have people ringing you up and then they wouldn't turn up, and people trying to haggle prices with you and all the rest of it. Yeah.
Absolutely fine. There'll be a few bits that will be a standalone lot, and there'll be some others that we have to group together.
Yeah.
Right, well, I best go get Pete and Andy in and we'll get that all loaded up and away.
OK, that's fine, lovely.
The puzzle ball, which is really interesting. I mean, not so much money, but will still sell well. The 50-piece Royal Dalton dinner service. Great big set, but they're just not that sought after anymore. £30 to £50.
Angus needs Pete and Andy to start moving Sandra's large furniture. While they do the heavy lifting, he'll be free to find smaller items to sell at auction.
Right, it's a fairly straightforward job. Very clean, tidy, neat house, all modern gear. So in that sense, it's really good. There's a little bit of a challenge for you though. There's a really big, all singing, all dancing, reclining sofa that's very heavy.
Yeah.
I've wrecked it. I think we'll get it out of the conservatory. Well, I think you will. I'll supervise.
Yeah. Okay, sounds good. Yep.
This is Andy and Pete.
Hi, Andy. Hi, Pete.
Hi, love you, all right?
Yeah. Natuzzi sofa, Italian.
Yeah.
Very stylish, like me, and touch sensitive, like me. Start position again.
A nice sofa.
It is, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but it's quite heavy. So get that muscle.
He's stronger than he looks. Andy, you just want to try it for weight because it'll be fairly heavy.
Yeah, we should be all right.
Easy.
I'll let you do the sofa and I'll go pack some smalls.
Yep. Okay. Nice one.
Sandra, she's obviously not a collector of things. You know, there's not much in the house in terms of clutter and lots of items. The Natuzzi sofa, great modern piece, very designer. Of course, it's not antique. It's not mid-20th century. That's really popular at the moment, but it's a good modern thing, so it should sell well. $250 to $350.
Antiques and collectibles attract good prices at the sale room, but Sandra's more modern furniture and ceramics may struggle. So Angus needs to see what else he can find.
If you want to come into the conservatory, please. This may have been an old linen cabinet at some point, I don't really know. I got it from an antique shop in Ramsbottom, and it cost lots of money, but You know, I might have been ripped off for all I know. So that's all Edinburgh crystal in there. Decanters in there with the silver hallmark on that one.
I mean, the cabinet itself is actually very Spanish, isn't it?
It is very Spanish, yeah, and it looked great in a Spanish finca or somewhere like that, you know, in a farmhouse, but not in a Spanish apartment. So basically everything in here.
We're not leaving you much, are we?
No, you're not, but I don't want that's all I need, isn't it? You know.
Nothing's certain at auction, but if Angus's estimates hold up, the smaller items could add up to a tidy sum for Sandra.
The cabinet's nice, you know, we're looking about 40 to 80 for that. And the silver top decanter, again, good saleable piece, 20 to 30. It is relatively modern. If it had been an antique one, then, you know, it would have done more money. Obviously, the pressure's on to raise as much money as possible, and most of the money will be in the Italian sofa, if the lads can get it out the house.
Slow down. Don't put it down. Angus, do you know on recliners? You know usually there is clips on the underneath, into the backs come off.
Can you very gently ease that corner out, please?
Yes.
With the sofa finally on the move, the race is now on to clear everything else.
You're all right with that, Pete? Do you want a hand?
Oh, fine.
Don't hold on to material stuff. That's, you know, life has taught me that. Yeah.
With the clearance complete, Pete and Andy can head back to the sale room in Kirby Moorside, leaving Angus to show Sandra the results of all their work.
Oh my goodness. Oh, good grief. I didn't think I'd feel a little bit sad, but there is a little bit of sadness in there, you know, but it's one life leaving behind for a new one, so I'm all right about it. Yeah.
And we got the sofa out the front door.
Everything went quite smoothly, really, didn't it? It's absolutely massive now, isn't it? So I'm happy. I'm a happy bunny. That's all I need.
Well, it's been wonderful meeting you, Sandra, and
Thank
I
you.
have to admire your spirit and character as a person, because I think what you've gone through is nobody can really come to terms with that.
I've shared it with you, and it's been nice to share it with you.
Well, we'll see you on auction day.
Exciting stuff. Thanks very much.
Bye.
Thank you.
It's been a bit of a long day today. You know, a little bit worried, you know, very contemporary taste. It might not necessarily be what the local market is after. Hopefully when we get back and sort through everything, we might find a few hidden gems.
While Angus, Pete and Andy return to Kirby Moorside through the North York Moors, back at base, Angus's auction house team are ready and waiting to unload Sandra's clearance items for sale.
How are we doing for the next auction?
All right, very well. Yeah, the thing is, there's lots of stuff still coming in, so we've got a busy day ahead of us.
With time running out before the auction, the team have a big job ahead of them.
This is when the work really starts. We get it back, we've got to unload it, we've got to sort it, catalogue it, photograph it, and then you have all the condition reports to do as well. When it's modern, usable stuff like Sandra's fancy sofa, people want to know it works before they bid on it.
And it's not just the fancy soft furnishings that need to be tested, but Sandra's old Keep Fit kit too.
Go on, stand on it and I'll switch the power on.
It's up to Pete and Andy to check out her vibrating exercise plate.
Have a go at me. Ready?
Yeah, don't put it on high.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
You holding tight?
Yeah. Yeah, turn off.
What?
I don't like it.
I don't like it.
No, I don't
What's
like
up with it?
I'm wiggling.
Wiggling? You're wobbling.
Right, that's enough. That's only on number one.
While Pete and Andy take care of that, Angus is lotting up some of Sandra's small collectibles, ready for sale.
You see a lot of paperweights, and some paperweights can make a lot of money. We've got a Caithness one here, which is a very well-known make. We've got the Tiffany & Co. Apple. These are very collectible and will sell. Not huge amounts, maybe 20, 30 pounds a piece. Some paperweights can be into the hundreds.
Before each auction, a catalogue detailing every item for sale is written. Helping out with that is Angus's mum, who also has a keen eye for collectibles.
Just a few standalone smalls. I mean, there's some furniture off the job as well. Mostly all modern bits out of this house.
What's this?
Well, it's a puzzle ball. Normally, you'd see these in ivory, the antique ones, or carved stones. This is soapstone, and of course, every little bit's carved through the whole
From
of here.
a whole ball
so
to start
everything
with.
moves.
Yes,
You know,
but it's
hours
been
and
one
hours.
whole piece to start with.
Originally, yeah. I mean, the modern one's probably done by machine rather than hand, but yeah, originally that's how they
still
carve puzzle
intricate.
balls.
Yeah.
The clearance also unearthed a Moorcroft vase. This very collectible porcelain manufacturer will attract attention on sale day.
It's quite a pale, more contemporary colouring than the strong dark ones, so that's nice.
It's Moorcroft, so it'll go, and the glass paperweights always sell, but that's Tiffany & Co.
Oh, is it? Oh, well, Tiffany's popular anyway.
Especially with the ladies. What is it about ladies and Tiffany?
I don't know. It's back to, I can't remember the film, Tiffany. Breakfast at Tiffany's or whatever, isn't it?
On auction day, Angus is anticipating a big sale, with hundreds of lots ready to go under the gavel.
I'm looking forward to seeing Sandra, and she has a bit of sparkle to her. I know she's really excited about coming to Yorkshire.
Sandra's brought friend Nadine along to the auction, and with everything on display for the pre-sale viewing, they have a final chance to say goodbye to her old life.
Oh my goodness me, there's a picture. See, well, you wouldn't have seen that. Sean Connery, so if anybody stayed in a spare room,
Yes,
at least
that
I
which
had
I
Sean.
have.
Yeah, I mean, who wouldn't want Sean to keep them company in the spare room?
How are you feeling about seeing it all?
I'm absolutely fine about it,
You're not
honestly.
feeling like, oh my God, I want it to take it home with me?
No, not at all. Because as far as I'm concerned in my head, I don't have a home anymore. My new home is in Spain, and I feel as though a weight's been taken off my shoulders.
A lot of Sandra's items are very modern, and that's not necessarily what the local market is after. But there are a few collectible items. Very busy day in the auction, so that's a fantastic start. We've got lots of commission bids, online interest, we've got phone lines booked, so hopefully all that interest converts into some good sales.
Right, let's get started.
Yeah.
It's exciting, this,
Let's
isn't
see
it?
what happens. Yes.
As Angus takes to the rostrum this morning, his whole auction team are ready. Andy's on porter duty, and Caroline is poised to deal with bidders calling in on the phone.
Right then, ladies and gentlemen, we start with lot number 1, the Royal Dalton, Regalia Pattern Tea and Dinner Service. We're off 18, 22, 25, 28, 30, 32, 35. £35, 38, 40, at £40 it is 42, 45, 50, 5 in the room, thank you, at 55, 60, 5, 70, 5, 80, online at 80. I'm going to sell then at £80. Thank you very much. 966.
My first sale.
Look at Tiffany & Co, Apple and the other paperweights there. 40, 42 pounds, we're in at 42, 45, 48, 50. £50 it is then at 50 for the Tiffany Apple at 55. And where is it now? Don't mistake me, I'm selling at £50.
I wonder if he ever drops that. It throws up in the air.
Moorcroft mallet-shaped vase there. £30, start me the 2. Worth that, aren't they?
Yes.
£30. Yes, they are.
Yeah.
Well, I thought you were bidding then. £30 online, somebody heard you. £30, 32, we're off now at 32, 35 surely. 35 it is, £35 at £35. At £35 it is then at £35.
That was close, you nearly ended up taking them home.
Silver hallmark top, there we go. At £30. This puzzle ball at £65. Thank you very much. Spanish style cabinet there. Your girlfriend would love this. No, honestly, she was looking at it when you weren't here and she said, I love that. I really wish my partner would buy me this. I'm just saying it could be a nice Saturday night for you, but I've got £30 online. At £30 a bid, at £30 at 30. At £30, 32, sir. At £30.
Excellent.
Now, this is a superb sofa. It's one of those non-Yorkshire words. It's Italian.
Yes.
Natuzzi.
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 Natuzzi. £200, I bid at £200 at 200 for the Zanussi. £200 at 200, that's a steal at £200. At 200, 210. At 210 it is at 210. At 210, 220, 220, 230. 230 it is then at 230. At 240 it is then. At £240. Surely anybody else now at 240.
Somebody's got a bargain.
222.
Oh gosh, that's definitely.
Is this the lot you've all been waiting for? You sit on it and it shakes you, apparently. We don't see many of them round here. I mean, who's going to bid on that? I don't know. Some fitness fanatic, maybe. £30 it is then at 30. £30 at 30. Anybody want to get shaken? At 30? Yes! Good God, mother, not you. £32 it is then at 32. Save me, internet bidder, from the embarrassment. 35, 35, 38, £38 at £38. We all done, somebody please, at £38. At £38, we all done. It's called a gavel.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. I feel really good.
Well, lifted off your shoulders.
Now Sandra's lots have all been under the hammer. It's time to see if the proceeds will help her move to Spain go smoothly.
How was that for you?
Honestly, it was just fantastic. I really enjoyed it, and I think you did brilliantly.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah,
Very kind
yeah.
of you. So hopefully we can help you on your way to Spain a little bit, and you'll be taking home £806 and 30 pence.
Oh, fantastic. 30 pence will make all the difference.
Well, it will, won't it? You know, a carafe of sangria, you know.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, yeah. No, that's absolutely brilliant, yeah. So, yeah, I'm very, very pleased. And it will help me out, yeah, considerably. Yeah, fantastic.
Well, it's been lovely meeting you.
Yeah.
It's been an absolute pleasure.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, you're welcome.
6 months after their sale, in Portsoy in Scotland, Margaret and David are settling into their new life.
Well, moving to Portsoy, I think it's wonderful. Wonderful at our age. When we did arrive in August, eventually, it was really a dream come true. It was just lovely to be able to come up into the cottage again. And then we had quite a lot to do, haven't we, David?
Yes.
They're putting the money they earned at auction into the upgrades their new home in Portsoy needs.
And once there's a little sort of porch at the back,
Yeah.
and some alterations upstairs, it's all that we need. The gentleman is going to do a built-in wardrobe.
Rather than faff about with one of those things you put together. No, puzzle flat pack, there.
Meeting Angus was just a change to our life. It was
Yes.
marvellous. It was the best thing, wasn't it, really? It gave us a kickstart.
Oh, yeah.
While Margaret and David are happily settled in the Highlands, a few months after her auction, Sandra too has made the move to her new home.
I've made it here to Spain in a place called Mahaca Playa. And I'm getting settled in really well. The sun is shining, beautiful blue skies, some fantastic restaurants and bars. What more could you want? Having a fantastic time here, and thank you very much, Angus, for making my dream come true.